everybody, welcome back to Simple Diversion. My name is Graham, and today I'm going to be giving you a little tour of my whiskey collection. Let's take a look. Alright guys, so this is behind the bar. We have some glasses up top with a 2-bottle carry case, the Canadian whiskey, and then some of my flasks. And the second shelf is a mixture of single malts and Bourbon and Tennessee whiskey. And I just installed these LED lights to make the bar look pretty cool and give us some light in the back. On the bottom shelf is more single malts with blended scotch and the Irish whiskey. So there it is. There's the back of the bar, the stuff that you don't see all the time. So first up, what we have here are my bourbons, or Tennessee whiskey. I kind of just group them all together. We have Tennessee whiskey and Kentucky straight bourbon. The first bourbon we have here is the Woodford Reserve. Runs about $50–$55. Jefferson's Ocean. This is actually Rob's and he left it here, so I'm counting it as part of my collection for now. And this has a really interesting backstory, so we're really excited to do a review about that. This is Willet. I thought the bottle was really cool, really unique, and it was on sale, and I believe it was a pretty good sale. I've seen it for anywhere from about $60, and I got it for $38, so figured I'd pick this up. Heard there's a lot of great flavors in here, some spice, some vanilla, along with a lot of other stuff. So excited to try that too. Elijah Craig's small batch, really good stuff, especially for the price. It's going to be under $30. The Great Northern Distilling Company has Vanguard whiskey. This stuff is really good too. I've actually been seeing it pop up more and more around here. It's going to be 80 proof, and it's pretty cool because if you can see here, they do little notes, so it'll give you the batch number, the bottle number, the distiller, and then a comment they left was groovy. Very smooth stuff. Runs about $35. The only thing that I don't like is the bottle girth. Really heavy, really hard to handle, but whiskey itself is great. George Dickel's Tennessee Sour Mash, and this was a gift to me from my wife. Thank you very much, dear. And this stuff is really good too. Very sweet. This is going to be 90 proof as well. And then to my two favorites, Eagle Rare, aged 10 years, Kentucky straight bourbon, candy in a bottle. And finally we have Basil Hayden's, and it's artfully aged. This was my first bourbon love. So these are my current bourbons and Tennessee whiskeys. Alright, next up is Irish whiskey. I don't have a whole lot of Irish whiskey yet, so sorry for all you guys that are big fans. I'll get on board, I promise, but as of right now, I just have the Jameson. I know, it's pretty pathetic, but that's it. Moving on to Canadian whiskey is also very pathetic. I have the Crown Royal. Not a big Canadian whiskey fan. To me, it's really mild stuff, and it's more good for mixed drinks, especially Crown Royal. But I'm sure there is stuff out there that I have not had that would be really good stuff. So if you guys have any Canadian or Irish whiskey that you want me to try, or myself and Rob, let us know in the comments below. We did do the Redbreast 12 year. I was pretty close to picking that up the other day, but just couldn't pull the trigger. Canadian and Irish together again. Next we move on to Scotch, which I think you'll find is my personal favorite. On the bar right now we have blended whiskeys, or blended scotches. First we have the Feathery. We did review this. You can find it anywhere from $45 to $50. I would like it a little bit more at the $35 to $40 range, but it is good stuff. Very sherry, very wonderful fruit flavors, some vanilla in there, maybe toffee, I don't remember off the top of my head. The next one that's in the same family as the Feathery is going to be Sheep Dip, and if you watched our Feathery video, you know we referenced this quite a few times and it was kind of funny. But the funniest thing is this is no joke, and it is really good. It's cheaper than the Feathery, and I think I like it better than the Feathery. So this we will be reviewing sometime in the future too. Hopefully we'll have Ryan back on and do a little fun review with him and Sheep Dip. One of my first blended scotches that I drank was Monkey Shoulder, and this is going to be about $25 to $32 range. I used to know what it was mixed with. The three monkeys represent the three scotches that are blended. I want to say one is Balvenie and another one is Glenfiddich, and I don't remember the third, so I didn't do any research. This is just a tour, so this we will also review for you as well. And then we go to Johnny Walker. We have Johnny Walker Red. And I got this on sale for about $18, so I figured what the heck, I'll pick it up. If it sucks, I won't be too upset about it. And it is actually not too bad. It gets you going and then it kind of leaves. There's so much more I want from it that it just doesn't give me, so leaves me wanting more, but it gives me that taste of what Johnny Walker is, so not too bad. Johnny Walker Black. This is gonna have a little bit more smoke and it's aged 12 years. And this is a very, actually really well balanced scotch, and it's got a great full body. And this, looking back on it, this was actually pretty close to being in my top 5 under 50, because you can find this for about $30 to $35, and for that price, it's very good. Don't let the screw cap fool you, or the cheaper looking bottle compared to the green, but it is really good stuff in the bottle, and that's what counts. Johnny Walker Double Black. I've actually not had this yet. This is still closed. Excited to try it. I've heard that the black actually gets better reviews than the double black, but we'll see. And finally, Johnny Walker Green Label. My wife and I got away for a weekend and I brought this with just to sip at night. Great citrusy, orange peel flavors with not too much smoke, maybe just a hint, but the citrus was the dominant flavor for me. So these are the Johnny Walkers we have, missing the gold and the platinum. Rob does have the blue. Hopefully we can do reviews on all of these and maybe even do some verses, so we'll see. All right, now on to the single malt whiskeys, or the single malt scotches. As you can see, this is my favorite, is the Scotch single malt. But before we go on, I did forget one little bottle, and it was actually an Irish whiskey, so I do have one more to go with that Jameson, and that is the Powers Triple Distilled Gold Label. So, aha! I had two. Where do we begin? Okay, here we go. Macallan 15-year fine oak. Expensive bottle. Is it worth the price? Check out our review on the 15 and you'll see. Macallan 12-year double cask. We still have to review this one. Highland Park 15. This also is more sherry flavored than their 12 and their 18. Highland Park 18-year, one of my favorite scotches ever. This also has the orange peel citrusy flavor to it. Really good stuff. The price is a little bit high. Luckily I was able to get a discount on it, so I am happy with it. Highland Park 12-year, really good balance, great affordable price. This was in our 5 best whiskeys under $50, so check that out. Balvenie 12-year single barrel. Amazing that it's, first fill casks, so you get your cask number and your bottle number listed right there. And then we also have the Balvenie 12-year double wood, which I actually prefer the double wood to the single barrel, which is good because this is about $30 cheaper. Laphroaig quarter cask. Have not opened this yet, have not tried this yet, but am excited to do so. We just polished off our Laphroaig 10-year bottle, so hopefully we'll be reviewing this sometime soon. We'll stay with some peaties and we'll go with the Ardbeg 10-year. This was also in our 5 best under 50, so take a look at that. Lagavulin 8-year. This came out for the 200th anniversary in 2016, and hopefully it stays out for a while because this is really good stuff. It's going to be cheaper than the 16-year, but I know in my review I gave it a tie, and I think I gave them both like 9.5 scores, but I would still probably prefer the the 16-year by like 0.1, but they are very close. Speaking of Lagavulin, we have the 16-year, which is should be a staple in almost anybody's bar, but I guess if you aren't a fan of the peated flavors, then this probably wouldn't be for you, because this is amazing stuff. I'm actually gonna have a smell right now. Oh, come on. It's not even fair. Lagavulin 16, one of my favorites as well. Speaking of favorites, we have Ardbeg Ugadal. It has won awards, is very highly rated. Not quite as strong as the Lagavulin, but the flavors are very good. Koala. And this is going to be a 12-year, also not opened yet. Excited to try this. I've heard mixed reviews about it, but I think I'll like it. A couple more Macallans here. We have the Macallan 10-year Fine Oak and the Macallan 12-year. Two of my favorite whiskeys as well. It's Grangestone. This is a 12-year, and I actually got this for normal price is $32.99. It was on sale for $28.99. For a 12-year, you gotta try it out for that price. It actually is not that bad. Maybe compared to some of the other higher powered ones, it tastes a little watered down, but we will review this and let you know if it's something you should look for. It's a very small market. I think it's like a Total Wine exclusive, so I don't even know how available it is. It's the only place that I've seen it is Total Wine, so Grangestone, check it out. On to the Glenmorangies. We have Glenmorangie, the original. This is 10-year aged. The Glenmorangie La Santa, this is a 12-year aged. This was one of Rob's top 5 whiskeys under 50. We can get it for about $42.99. Very sweet flavors, very smooth. Tastes a lot like a wine. Nectar Noir, I like saying that. 12 years well. I've heard this is kind of like a poor man's Macallan 12 or Macallan 18 or Macallan in general. Very sweet, sherry, fruity flavors, floral notes. Haven't had it yet, still closed, so we'll see in a little bit. Next up we have Glendronach 12-year. This is one of the oldest still running distilleries in the world. That's pretty cool. Excited to try that. I have the Glenlivet 18-year. I've had the 12, I've had the 15 French oak. 12 is nothing to, you know, write home about, but the 15 was pretty good. I haven't had the 18 yet. I just got this for my birthday, and it's gotten pretty good reviews. And I've heard the higher up you go with Glenlivet, the better it does get. Talisker Storm. This is a no age statement Scotch from the Isle of Skye. Really good for a no age statement. It tastes kind of like your general Scotch, but it's got some of that smoke in it, so it's a nice aftertaste there. But outside of that, doesn't do a lot that stands out, but you're only paying $35, so for that, it is a winner. Dalmore 12-year, Glenfiddich 14-year. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video, that helps us out a lot. And feel free to leave a comment. Let's collaborate. Let's talk about what you guys like, what you want to see reviewed, and we'll take it from there. Well guys, thank you for checking out the whiskey collection that we have here at Simple Diversion. Thank you for checking out the bar, and thanks for stopping in, and as always, we'll see you soon. Shit.